a son of embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of sexual assault.
Just recently, his son now is being sued for sexual assault.
Welcome back, everyone, to Tea Time with Tina. Today, we're diving into the explosive story that has everyone talking, how the legacy of Sean Diddy Combs is facing its most turbulent chapter yet. All right, let's break it down. Sean Diddy Combs has built an empire in music, fashion, and media. But right now, that empire is shaking under the weight of legal scandals and mounting accusations. And guess who's unexpectedly at the center of it all? His own son, King Combs. Yes, Diddy's legacy is colliding headfirst with a new generation, and it's playing out in the public eye like a Hollywood thriller. Now, here's where things get even worse. King Combs, Diddy's son and protégé, has reportedly made a bold move, one that could have serious implications for his father. Word on the street is that King Combs has allegedly started cooperating with authorities, helping them with Diddy's legal troubles. What could have driven him to take such a step? Is it self-preservation, a clash of values, or something deeper? We'll explore all the angles right now.
A lawsuit filed in LA Superior Court on Thursday accuses Christian King Combs of sexually assaulting and possibly drugging a woman in December 2022.
Enter Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who's been vocal about Diddy's questionable actions over the years. Gene Deal has long predicted Diddy's downfall, even hinting that it might come at the hands of someone within his own family. And now, with King Combs seemingly stepping into a controversial role, Deal's words are resonating more than ever. It's almost as if he saw this coming. And if that wasn't enough, let's talk about King Combs' latest move in the spotlight. Oh yes, King Combs recently released a song that's turning heads for all the wrong reasons. Gene Deal didn't mince words about it. He's called out the track as reckless and downright provocative, especially since it takes shots at some major players in the industry, including 50 Cent. You don't need me to tell you, 50 Cent is not the guy to mess with.
But what you think about the diss record that King Combs came out with, where he was coming at 50 and coming at everybody, coming at his dad? Like, how you feel about that record?
Well, first, I want to say to this young man, before somebody take his head off, because see, that's that new school bull crap that these kids out here, they easy to fly out their mouth with that. You don't invite a man to your private. You don't invite a man to your private unless you doing the Diddy. If two men lay down, how many homos get up? Let me tell you, young man, 2 of them. You understand? So don't invite a man to your private, because that man will see you and take your head off. Especially somebody like 50.
Fans and critics alike are buzzing about what's happening. Some say King Combs is trying to carve out his own identity, breaking free from Diddy's shadow. Others think this is a dangerous game, one that could backfire spectacularly. And as for Diddy, sources say he's under immense pressure, with these developments adding fuel to an already blazing fire. This story isn't just about one family. It's a reflection of how fame, power, and generational conflict can collide in unpredictable ways. But with the Combs family, the stakes feel higher. Could this saga redefine Diddy's legacy forever? And what will it mean for King Combs as he navigates his own career and reputation? Now, let's talk about the role of King Combs in this unfolding drama. His comments about oversight during the investigation have reportedly ruffled feathers, potentially influencing the timing and intensity of the FBI's actions. Some insiders suggest that King Combs' remarks were either a bold move to distance himself from his father's controversies or a miscalculation that has inadvertently added fuel to the fire. Either way, his involvement adds another layer of complexity to a case that's already gripping the public's attention. Will this scandal mark the end of Diddy's reign as one of the most influential figures in hip-hop? And what does it mean for those who've worked with him, supported him, or been a part of his empire? The stakes couldn't be higher, and everyone is waiting to see how this unfolds. The story has taken a personal turn with Diddy's son, King Combs, stepping into the spotlight, not just as a family member, but as someone who's reportedly deeply entangled in the legal drama. From reviewing the chilling 14-page indictment to releasing a controversial diss track, King Combs' involvement is adding layers to this already complex case. Let's break it all down. King Combs' alleged presence during key legal proceedings. Reports suggest that King has been directly involved, reviewing the 14-page indictment that details the serious charges against his father. This isn't just a family matter anymore. It's a front-row seat to the unraveling of a high-profile legal battle. Imagine being in his shoes, navigating the emotional weight of these accusations while also grappling with the public and media scrutiny. It's a personal and public trial, all rolled into one. King Combs' reactions and involvement involvement have drawn significant attention, sparking debates across social media and within the entertainment industry. Is he standing by his father, or is his role more complicated? While some view his actions as a show of family loyalty, others see them as a calculated attempt to distance himself from the controversy. His presence in the legal arena adds a deeply personal dimension to a case that's already dominating headlines. But King's involvement doesn't stop there. His recent diss track has added fuel to the fire, and not in a good way. The song, which includes inflammatory comments aimed at various individuals, has been widely criticized as reckless and unnecessary. Critics argue that this track may have triggered intensified federal scrutiny and even media leaks, further complicating the legal case against Diddy. Was this a bold move to establish independence, or a dangerous gamble that backfired spectacularly? The jury's still out, literally and figuratively. Here's where things get even more intriguing. Insiders claim that King's diss track didn't just ruffle feathers in the music world, it allegedly caught the attention of federal investigators. The provocative lyrics and public comments are seen as potential triggers for leaks and a ramp up in investigative efforts. If true, this would make King Combs not just a bystander, but an unintentional player in the intensifying scrutiny surrounding his father. It's a ripple effect that could have far-reaching consequences. As you can imagine, the reactions to King's actions have been polarizing. Fans are divided, with some applauding him for speaking his mind and others criticizing him for escalating an already volatile situation. Meanwhile, industry insiders are keeping a close eye on the Combs family, speculating about what this means for their brand, legacy, and future. One thing is clear: King Combs is no longer just Diddy's son. He's now a central figure in this unfolding drama. But this story isn't just about King Combs' diss track or his role in legal proceedings. It's about the intersection of fame, family, and the justice system. As the case against Diddy continues to unfold, King's actions are a stark reminder of how personal choices can have public, and sometimes legal, ramifications. In the court of public opinion, the stakes are just as high as in the courtroom. Being named alongside his father ties him directly to the scandal in a way that could have long-lasting consequences. Whether he's ultimately found culpable or not, the association alone is enough to cast a shadow over his budding career. How he navigates this storm will be critical in shaping his future in the entertainment industry. As expected, the media has jumped on this story, dissecting every detail and fueling widespread speculation. Social media is ablaze with debates and conspiracy theories, as fans and critics alike try to piece together what this could mean for one of music's most powerful families. Will this lawsuit reveal more cracks in the Combs empire, or will it be a moment where King Combs attempts to clear his name and redefine his narrative? The court of public opinion is watching closely. These allegations, paired with the ongoing federal investigation, could lead to significant changes in how power and influence are wielded within the entertainment world. Could this be the start of a broader reckoning in an industry that has long operated in the shadows? Many are calling for greater accountability, and this case might just be the catalyst for systemic change. For Diddy, King Combs, and everyone connected to their empire, the stakes couldn't be higher. This lawsuit, paired with the federal indictment, threatens not just their reputations, but also their careers and financial futures. Endorsements, collaborations, and partnerships are already being reevaluated, and the fallout is far from over. The question on everyone's mind is, can the Combs family weather the storm, or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic dynasties in entertainment? At its core, this case is about more than just the Combs family. It's a stark reminder of the complexities and consequences of fame and power. The legal and public battles playing out here highlight the darker side of an industry that thrives on image and influence. Whether the saga leads to justice, redemption, or further revelations remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the world is watching. For now, one thing is clear: this is a pivotal moment in a story that has already shaken the entertainment industry to its core. This time, it's the words of former bodyguard Gene Deal that are making waves. Deal has issued a stark warning about King Combs' recent actions, offering a critical perspective on the dangers of provoking powerful figures and institutions. From public comments to diss tracks, King's behavior has sparked conversations about youthful hubris and its potentially severe consequences. Now let's get into Diddy's ex-bodyguard John Deal. Once a close associate of Diddy, has never shied away from speaking his mind about the Combs family. This time, he's turned his attention to King Combs, issuing a pointed critique of the young artist's behavior amidst his father's legal turmoil. Deal warns that recklessly provoking powerful figures or institutions, whether through public comments or inflammatory diss tracks, is a dangerous game. His message is clear: actions like these don't just stir controversy, they can have very real, very serious consequences. King Combs' recent comments and diss track have drawn widespread attention, not all of it positive. Gene Deal highlights how such public provocations can escalate tensions and attract scrutiny from from figures and institutions that are not easily intimidated, like the federal government. Deal's warning serves as a sobering reminder of the stakes involved, especially when dealing with cases as serious as Diddy's. Is King's boldness a show of strength? Or is it naivety disguised as courage? That's the question Deal seems to be raising. Deal also touches on a deeper issue: the generational divide in how these situations are approached. He reflects on the hubris and naivety of youth, contrasting it with the caution and calculated moves of his generation. In Deal's view, King Combs' actions demonstrate a lack of understanding about the sheer power and reach of entities like the federal government. It's a stark reminder that sometimes silence and strategy are more effective than bravado when facing forces of this magnitude. Gene Deal's perspective is rooted in experience. Having been close to Diddy during some of his earlier controversies, Deal has seen firsthand how powerful figures can fall when they underestimate the forces around them. His critique of King Combs seems to be as much a warning as it is an attempt to shed light on how these situations have played out before. The lesson: power and influence don't guarantee immunity, especially when they're met with youthful recklessness. As expected, Deal's comments have sparked intense reactions. Some agree wholeheartedly, applauding his wisdom and calling for King Combs to take a more measured approach. Others argue that King's boldness is a necessary step to break free from his father's shadow and establish his own identity. Regardless of where you stand, one thing is certain: the spotlight on King Combs is brighter than ever, and every move he makes is being scrutinized. But this isn't just about King Combs or even the Combs family. It's a broader reflection of how power dynamics shift across generations and how youthful confidence can sometimes clash with the realities of an unforgiving world. Gene Deal's perspective reminds us that the lessons of the past are often ignored by those too young to have lived through them. But those lessons come with consequences when disregarded. Gene Deal's critique is a powerful reminder that in the face of powerful entities, hubris can be costly. What do you think about his comments? Is King Combs' behavior a sign of bold independence, or is it a reckless gamble that could backfire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this unfolding story, where we bring you the stories that matter most. Stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed only on Tea Time with Tina.